Time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Hope I get away with it. Oh, the doo-dah day.
Well, okay. I got a little bit busy behind the screens. Um, Welcome to Last Minute Standing. I'm Dan Hollifield. Uh, we had an excellent stupid o'clock tonight. It was a lot of fun. Um, Many inappropriate comments were made, and lots of laughs were had. I recommend that go watch it. Not right now. I mean, later. Give us time to make our own inappropriate comments. I mean, we're trying. But with me tonight, we've got Aunt Donna and we got Richie. And Dawn was going to be here, but she has got to go to an event tomorrow, and she was desperate for sleep. So, and in the studio audience is Mr. R. Sterling, whom runs the Wacky World Lounge, and he and I have been corresponding a bit here for the last few weeks, and it's a pleasure to have you here. Um, It'd probably be a pleasure to have you on the show. Uh, if you're wearing clothes, I mean, we can send you a link real quick if I can figure out how to get the messenger to work. But ah, in any case, uh, it's Thursday. I'm unlike Arthur Dent. I think I'm beginning to get a handle on Thursdays. Um, Usually have to wear an oven mitt or something because it's a very hot handle. Almost too hot to handle. Um, Damn.
Yes.
So many song references going through my head right now. Ah, these things, they happen. But, let's see if I can get some executive functioning to going on here. Probably not. Um, I see. Well, let me know when you get the computer problems sorted, and we will send you an invitation. And believe me, if your sense of humor in real life is as good as the ones on your shows, we will be highly entertained. He's almost one of the family, really.
Hmm.
Uh, let's see. Where
I
can
think
we go?
Dawn could have stayed up another couple of hours. It's not like
Hmm.
she's traveling anywhere. She doesn't have to, pardon me, she doesn't have to be anywhere until 11 o'clock.
Well, we shall see. She might be unable to sleep and then join us in a bit. Totally AI. No. Um, AO maybe, adult oriented. Um, the man's sarcasm and subtlety is well worth the appreciation. Ah, but if you have not watched any of the Wacky World Lounge, and I'm talking mainly to the folks that may join Carl in watching this later, um, please do partake because it's very highly entertaining channel. Um, mostly centered on um, some of our favorite, well, I won't say cheesy, but old science fiction and fantasy movies and um, life as a kid in the 60s and commercials and just all kinds of stuff like that. And let's just say that there is someone that we all know that could learn a bit about making cultural references from Mr. Sterling without having to wear fishnet stockings and stick their butt in somebody's face.
I'm just sitting here wondering if the R stands for Rod.
I have not the faintest idea.
No, that would be, no, that was Sterling without the T in it.
I don't know. I don't remember. I mean, I watched Twilight Zone and I watched Night Gallery, but I do not remember how the man's name is spelled. And I've got at least one book on the shelf over here that he uh, not that he wrote, but he picked out the stories to go in it.
Uh, yeah, Rod Serling,
Serling,
Serl.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, now that I had said it, I've had to go look it up.
Mm.
Okay, my
Now
mea culpa.
I've got to compliment this. This was and for about another sip, maybe two. This was 10-year-old Bushmills. I paid extra. They had a, I believe it was 15-year-old, or was it a 20? Um, that was $100 more than what I paid for this.
Hmm.
And I'm going, I don't care if Betty Page comes with the bottle. I'm not paying $150 for a bottle of whiskey. That I may reconsider. Uh, no offense, Betty. Um, love you. Miss you. Um, whew, no,
Yes.
this is quite smooth, and it reminds me of a lot of some of the better scotches that I tried when I was trying to learn how to appreciate scotch, which I still haven't quite grasped yet. But I have always liked Bushmills. Usually, I get the regular, is about 3 years old. Uh, 10 years old, it's got some character to it.
Mm-mm.
I got to fix that.
What on earth? That was a bit large, she said.
Yeah, well, going back to the 4'5" guy being mounted. Um, okay,
Well,
why
we
is
weren't
that
talking
still
about
working?
Deadpool, so I hadn't realized that if I didn't explain the premise of the song, that people would go, excuse me? That, mea culpa. Um, there's a, oh, and now I'm hearing a Hawkwind song in my head. I can't get that out. Uh, Not that I would want to. I love Hawkwind. Um, if there's ever a band that more people should have been exposed to, it's too bad that they only had one radio hit in the U.S. Although they did do several tours, but they were kind of all up north, so I didn't know about them at the time. So I was not able to go and see them. It would have been about the same time that I've been able to go watch. Yes, Donovan, um, Boston, Sammy Hagar, other famous people as memory allows. Um, Aphasia is a really nasty thing to happen to your mind. You know what you're trying to say, but you can't get your mouth to actually enunciate the words. It's 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 right here, but I couldn't pry it out with an ice pick, and if I used an ice pick, I wouldn't be able to pry it out because it wouldn't be there anymore. Um, that would be a lobotomy, and it's got nothing to do with how much I have to drink.
Mm-hmm.
It's a natural condition that pretty much my family suffers from. Um, you know the words, you just can't summon the physical ability to say the words, but they're right there. However, if you're typing, the words are all there. So it's just, it's a speech impediment.
Mm-hmm. And it's
Sort of
fun
like,
to watch.
well, it's sort of like my stuttering. It may actually be a form of stuttering. Um, but that's neither here nor there, nor in the back 40 on a horse.
Don't say on a horse. That brings up visions of something my mama told me.
That's why I said it.
You're ornery, Dana.
No, I'm cruel. I'm not ornery.
Why would you be cruel to me?
Um,
Don't
because you
be
blush so
cruel
nicely.
to a heart that's true.
No, um, that's a that's a problem with me. I say inappropriate things at inappropriate times and go, too late now.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually pretty nice. I hope I don't go through that bottle very quickly because that's something to savor. Good to the last drop.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I said about that chocolate covered strawberry cream moonshine.
oh,
Unfortunately, the last drop was the whole frickin' quart bottle.
that was one of those that sort of um, embarrassed you just a tad because it was actually stronger than you thought it was.
It just went down so smooth.
That's what she said.
Hmm. We've been left alone, Dan.
I know, but Rich is back screen. He's going, I don't know if I want to join these two again or not.
Chicken.
Hey, now that Lindsay knows where the links are, she can watch this at any time. And I'm going, I can't afford a lawyer. I could buy 15 politicians. I can't afford a lawyer.
No,
Yeah,
we just decided last minute to go over to Peoria. We're going to meet Don for lunch at Busy Corner, of course, and have pie. And
I've
then,
heard you say lots of nice things about Busy Corner.
oh my goodness, the food is good. The pies are excellent, most.
There's a place out in New Mexico, very close to where Lindsay was living with her two youngest kids, and her oldest daughter was living close by as well, but in a different place. It's called Pie Town, and they have a pie festival, and they have evidently this place is internationally known for the quality of their pies.
I believe so much so that I think that's where, if you ever watched the first episode of the Donna and Greg show, where they went on their first date to get pie.
Oh, I did not know that. I did not know that. That's thank you. Um, it's a great place. It's it's reminds me a lot of my parents' hometowns up in East Tennessee. It's kind of tiny. It's kind of old fashioned, and it is just everybody knows everybody. It's that kind of community. It's not so
Mm-hmm.
big that there are strangers there. It's just absolutely it was an amazing place. Um, Lindsay and I went there. We had just visited one of her not biological relatives, but family,
Mm-hmm.
and is we went up there. Oh God, the pie was awesome. Um, it's like this could be, except for the tumbleweeds in the middle of East Tennessee. Let's hope there are never tumbleweeds in East
East
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Oh Lord, that make like driving the Smoky Mountains a whole lot more hazardous. Wow, excuse me. Ah, well, I hope I didn't interact with anybody at work that actually had something communicable, but all of
I
a
hope
sudden I got
not.
a scratchy throat. Ah, mm, shouldn't be. I've been vaccinated against everything except foot and mouth, as far as I can recall. I've had more vaccinations than John has, actually. And he was in the Army. Of course, I
Well,
got most of mine in the 60s. Some of them may have worn off by now.
well, then after we have our pie, she's going to show us the cigar shop over there. And then we're going to play that little game called Munzie, or probably
Yeah.
they will. I'll stay in the van.
Richie, I keep forgetting you can't click yourself in if you want to, and I'm sitting there going, Richie's just looking at his other computer screen. He's busy working. Maybe I shouldn't interrupt him. And I'm going, wait a minute. If I don't bring him in, he can't do it himself. Uh,
This isn't the green room.
no, that's one of the things. Um, even this show is on Joe Dog's account, so um, the people with ops basically Joe Dog has to tell them how they can get ops. And it's really easy, but if StreamYard ever catches on, we're in the world of shit because they charge money for this.
So what are you up to tonight, Rich?
6'4".
Yeah. Although I did lose 13 pounds today.
Would
13
you buy
pounds
something from England?
just today. No, Tuesday I managed to get back to the doctor, so I am back on my medications. And for one of my heart medications, which is a generic of Lasix, furosemide, it has the added benefit of kicking your kidneys into gear to remove extra liquid from your body. So I peed out 13 pounds today.
Whoa.
I weighed myself before everything, and then I weighed myself a few hours later. I was down 7 pounds, and then a couple hours later, I was down another 6 pounds just from water weight. Because he wants me to double up on that for the first 4 days and then go back down to the regular dosage to try to alleviate some of the pooling liquid for the past 3 months of not being able to get my meds.
I cannot imagine a dehydrated Rich.
I'm not dehydrated. I was just overly hydrated.
Yeah, but you make it sound like you're becoming Rich Jerky.
No. I'm taking the overinflated water balloon and getting it down to a reasonable size.
That sounds better. Yes.
For weeks. So if this is my leg, trying to bend at my knee, I couldn't because of how much fluid had pooled in my legs. Well, I could some, but it hurt after maybe 10, 15 degrees. Just because there was so much liquid in there that my legs were like, no, we're going to pop. So I can actually get up and down. Okay, that came out wrong. I can stand up and sit down a lot easier than I have for several months.
Okay, I sort of say we would not have called you on that. I speak for myself alone. I would not have called. I would not have called
I
you
saw
on
that
that one.
shit-eating grin on Donna.
Yeah, but that's her natural expression from birth.
I was just thinking how lucky for Misty.
And Mitzi too. Let's hope the two of them never meet.
Well, I am dyslexic, so I can't say that I have never spelled her name that way. I don't think I have. Or if I have, she's never called me on it. But she knows I'm a dyslexic, so we're all good.
Yeah, that's one of those things that's really good to get out in the open at the beginning of a relationship, because there are times when the wrong name is going to be spoken at an inopportune time, and not only would that ruin the mood for that moment, but you might hear about that again for the rest of your life. Oh my goodness.
With my wife, probably.
Yeah.
Not
And she's
that
such a
I'm
sweet
trying to.
such a sweet little girl, even though I never met her.
She, you kind of have, because from the way that you describe Lindsay, Lindsay just sounds like a slightly older British version of my wife. Um,
Okay, so I
but
got the collector's edition.
you got the
Although I'm sure
original.
you have too.
Yeah, Misty is definitely one of a kind. Um, and not again, not in a bad way. I love my wife very much. Because she's still my wife. Um, I'm not going to live in a relationship where I'm miserable. So,
Yeah.
um, I keep trying to explain that to her. I'm like, we're still married. I'm not even suggesting we go to couples counseling or anything like that. You know, I don't want out. Oh, you're looking for the new model. I can't keep up with the one I have. I'm going to try for a side piece. No,
It's
hell, nowadays I get winded looking at frickin' Facebook, and not even any of the naughty stuff that's on Facebook. Just, oh God, it's post to my sister. Do I have to avoid this one? Okay, no, she's being sane today.
rarely, yeah.
Now, when Cloud teases me about a new model, I say, this one better cook and clean. I'll get the third floor ready for
Good luck in that department. If you can get them put the, if you can get the, if you get a new model, put the cell phone down and pay attention to the actual world, you're doing good.
her. I don't think he's going to go that young.
I'm talking about 50.
I don't think he's going to go that young.
Well, you're not that much older. I mean, I know. You have seniority on me by a month or two. About one, actually.
I would say not
Um,
quite a month. My birthday's the 28th. About 20 days.
and all of a sudden, I started thinking about how many days I've got left to work. And I'm going, not that damn many. Ugh. Oh, if I can manage to keep from getting fired for being a smartass between now and New Year's, I got it made.
That's going to
Uh,
be hard.
I know, definitely. Smartass is my default mode. Um, had a couple of the engineers come in today. They were asking me if I had been trained how to use the new security enabled printers that the company installed throughout the building. And I'm going, no, nobody ever said anything about that to me. I just hit the print button, everything goes through. They go, huh? Not, that's not the way it's supposed to work. I went, well, here's a page, print, go next door to the printer, pull it out, it works. And they're going, no, it's supposed to be all of our Nazi security systems here. You're not supposed to be able to print without using the Nazi security systems. And I'm going, screw that. I'm me. I can do any damn thing. Um, I don't know what the problem is. Evidently, that computer that the printer is directly hooked up to is one that corporate uses to download test information from every day at noon. So it can't go under their brand new. You're not allowed to use a printer without using your ID card and a password and the blood of a virgin and the feather of a phoenix. And I'm going, sorry, I don't need any of that. Uh, If you want, I could print off "you're fired" on every computer in the entire industry if you like. I mean, all I got to do is hit like 17 keystrokes and it happens. And
Dan,
they're looking at me like, yes.
did you hear a ping?
No, I did not hear a ping.
There's been a ping.
I'm too busy talking to hear a freaking ping. Although I'm glad to have Joe Buckman on the show. So all the hazardous shit is over with at the work site?
Oh, no. No, I'm just pulling up ahead of them right now.
Oh, you're getting ready for more hazardous shit in a different location.
Yep.
And thank you, Donna, for telling me that Joe was here backstage wanting me to sober up and let him in.
I see him come into the show over here, and then I noticed that there's a little note up here that, can someone let Dan know I'm here? If we could.
If you can impinge anything into my private little world. Time and space and relative continuity does not matter.
It's kind of a neat little operation we got going tonight.
Oh, yeah? What's up?
So, you guys saw the mobile barrier wall and how they were chipping out the patches earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's 2 patch wagons here also that have 2 similar but different types of materials in them. That it's a cement-based kind of polymeric material. It's got rubber in it also. Okay. So it has some rigidity, but it also, once it heats up, has a little bit of give to it for flexibility. Apparently they've used this stuff on O'Hare Airport runways and can have planes landing back on top of it within an hour.
Okay.
So
I'm impressed.
Yeah. It stinks to high heaven because of the rubber in it.
Yeah.
That and the one chute keeps catching on fire, which is kind of funny. But
pardon us while we laid this rubber down in anticipation of the rednecks coming by drag racing. They're going to do the same thing, but gently.
And you can tell it happens all the time because when we did the test patches on Monday, it caught fire and they just kept right on working. Once they got the patch filled, they sat there and just kind of scraped it until the fire went out.
It's part of the curing process, no doubt.
Yeah.
Hey, this is how we make it work.
Yeah. That's why it only takes an hour to 2 hours to set up.
If you don't light it, you ain't get no benefit out of it. It's okay. That sounds like college. If you just look at the bag, it never does anything for you.
Yeah.
Oh, heavens. One of these days, I'm going to say something that's going to get me locked up. But today may not be one of those days. I don't know.
Not tonight.
I don't hear any sirens. Evidently, all the cops are asleep.
Yeah, that mobile barrier we're using, supposedly on paper, if a semi can hit it and it's only going to roll forward about 3 feet.
Nice.
How far is it going to go sideways?
That's more my question.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a matter of leverage.
Mm-hmm.
And anchorage. If there's not anything holding it down, it's going to move some way, and probably not in a way that anyone has bothered to predict?
Now,
Because
Well,
physics
my
is a
is
thing.
also the
my
question
thing
is
is,
also
yeah.
what speeds are they thinking the semi is traveling at? Speed limit or what the semis really drive at?
I think that was actually based on 65 miles an hour,
Mm.
which is what most of the semis are doing through this section of 94.
When people are watching.
Oh, hey, they're doing it past me right now, and I've got a barrel between me and them.
I'd get further away from them if I were you.
Oh, I'm parked on the shoulder. I've got 2 lanes between me and them. About to be 3 when they come through and take out the 3rd lane, but
Yeah, I am used to the semis that are doing 10, 15 miles over the posted speed limit when the posted speed limit is 70 until they pull into the fast lane to pass one another and they automatically lose about 40 miles an hour.
mm-hmm.
I've never been able to figure out whether that's on purpose or if it's physics. But changing lanes should not slow you down that much. I mean, all you're doing is drifting slowly over. Doesn't mean that inertia is going to grab you harder.
Well, my favorite thing is, and Richie will be able to attest to this, and possibly Donna if she's taken I-65 to Indianapolis before. In the 2-lane sections, you'll have a semi doing 60 and a semi doing 60.00001.
Side by side.
Yeah.
But one of
I've,
them's passing. It's just
Yep.
passing really, really slow.
I have learned that if I see 2 semis passing each other and I am within about 15 miles of my exit, I just stay put.
Yes.
Because there is that possibility you will miss that exit.
Yep.
If you can get trapped in the wrong lane very easily.
And
I've had to explain this to a state patrol once. Look, I've driven this route for 50 years. If I don't get over in this turning lane right now, I'm not going to be able to make my turn because they're not going to let me over when it's time for me to make my turn.
Yep.
Write me up a ticket if you want to. I'm going to have to keep doing it.
Shoot, Joe, they semis do that on 74 down here.
Yeah, it's always a joy when you're buzzing along doing 75, 80, and then you get the 2 semis passing each other. It's like,
Well,
and then you're far enough south of Lake County that instead of having exits every mile to 5 miles, you're now at the point of next exit 15 miles.
mm-hmm. On 85 going south towards Atlanta, speed limit is 70 miles an hour. The truckers usually do about 75 unless they're passing each other, in which case all of a sudden they're doing 40. I mean, they change lanes, lose speed, and still manage to pass each other gradually. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there with the cruise control on going, you bastard.
Mm-hmm.
You could have just waited until these 15 cars went past the truck you wanted to pass? No. You got to wait to the blind curve and everything else and go, oh, I'm going to drift over. Oh, I'm going to slow down to low gear.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's not inertia. It's something else entirely, and I don't think it's the imp of the perverse either. It's more likely I don't want to appear to be blowing this other guy off the road, but I do want to get in front of him. So I'll do 70.2 miles an hour. And everybody else is going, this is going to take forever. It's like watching snails mate or icebergs. Either I'm being really entertaining or I'm really drunk, or both.
There's a Hudson Hawk game for the Nintendo NES.
Why?
Oh, really? I was going to say, it was okay, but it wasn't that great a movie.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time, and that's because it's a cheesy movie. It knows it's a cheesy movie, and
It's a Bruce Willis movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's the only
Bruce
reason
Willis,
I'd watch
Daniel
it.
Hello, Richard Grant, Sandra Bernhardt, Annie McDowell. I can't remember his name. He used to be on Undercover. No, crap. He used to be on One Cop Show, and then he did something stupid. David Caruso. That was his name.
Okay.
Oh, Miami.
Did something stupid and was no longer on the cop show.
Then he ended up on CSI Miami.
Miami, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a punishment.
He was on a New York crime show. But anyways, it's a great movie. It's cheesy. It knows it's cheesy. But why the hell does it have an NES game?
Wasn't he on NYPD Blue?
I don't know.
That's
Was that it? Okay. I couldn't remember which one.
I bought a Nintendo controller that plugs into the USB port of my computer so I can actually play some of my old NES ROMs.
Nice.
So it came today.
You had to play.
I imagine you did too.
Yeah. Sounds like you did too, Richie. Yes.
I expected to hear him to go, my precious.
Precious. My precious. No, my
You better not let Misty hear you say that.
my precious arrived yesterday, a week early. So I ended up spending most of last night setting up Misty's new laptop, setting up Crow's laptop for the first time because Crow's never had a laptop before, and then setting up my new laptop, which is apparently why I was seeing the end-to-end point encryption thing in the SOC chat.
Crow's never had a laptop before?
She's used ours. It's
okay.
Before, and she's had a Chromebook for school, and then she's used some of our really old machines to just pit around and stuff like that. But she's never had anything they've never had anything that was just their own.
Just theirs, yeah.
Yes.
Now that's almost as good as getting keys to the car.
Yes, especially since it's a gaming laptop.
Ooh,
Nice.
Yeah.
So when I reminded them that they could actually put Genshin on it, and to be very careful because when they go to put Genshin on it, it's going to take frickin' forever for the damn thing to finally load and process and update, and it took like most of the day for Genshin Impact to install on this one. So, but the thing is, since they have their own laptop, I can play it on mine, and then my middle child, who's here with us for a while until they get employed and can get out and on their own again, stuff like that. They can play it on the PS4, and all of us can play together.
Nice.
Very
Because
nice.
it's one of the nice ones that can actually um, play literally cross-platform. You can be on a PC and on a game console and still play together.
I found out last night that the base software for doing inventory and stuff for the Square card reader only works on iOS. And I've got a very crippled iPad, and Lindsay's got one that's like 12 years old and doesn't have room for anything and speed for anything. And I'm going, well, I know you're going to want to type in your own inventory and everything. I know you're going to want to be able to do all this and all that and all this other stuff that you don't even know you're going to be able to do now that we've got this card reader. So she does not know this yet. I bought her another iPad today. A new iPad. I mean, well, Gen 9. It's not Gen 10, it's Gen 9. So it's a 2021 iPad. But hers is like 2020, and mine's like 2015. So when it shows up, I'm going to have to tell her, this is yours. It's mostly for the store. Don't make it so I can't get into it. I need to know what the login, what the magic
number and everything
formula
is.
is to hit the button and have it work. Yeah. Which means I can't just go and set it up and go, yes, here's the code to unlock everything. And it's going to have to be her thumbprint, not mine, that opens it up. It's for the store. And she's going to go, oh, you shouldn't have spent the money. And I go, honey, it's okay. It's 1 day's
It's
pay.
necessary.
Yeah. It's 1 day's pay. It's exactly what you need to sit there and be able to enter your entire inventory into the Square thing and figure out how to use it. And all I ask is that I know how to get into it when you're off getting a plate of food at Hallowcon and somebody wants to buy a hat. And they want to use a credit card. So I go, okay. And let me see if I can remember this. And, drop of blood, a unicorn feather, and 16 digits with 43 special characters. One of them is
You forgot the 3 Hail Marys.
oh no, the 3 Hail Marys come after the unicorn feathers. Yeah.
I had cash for my hat.
Yeah, well, did you buy that from her?
Mm-hmm.
It looks good on you.
Thank you.
Yes, it does.
Used to be mine.
I bought, huh?
It
used to be yours?
It used to be
Yeah, I
mine.
know. I can feel you.
It's greasy, huh?
I got that, and then I got that pretty little amethyst string.
Oh, that was a beautiful thing.
It is. It is. I've had lots of compliments on both.
Yeah. She's got great taste in jewelry, I'll tell you that right now. We went to a oh bugger. can't remember the name of the secondhand stores in England. But it wasn't one of those. It was an actual pawn shop.
Mm-hmm.
And she found this beautiful diamond and sapphire ring. And she goes, I want that. And I go, here's my card. Because
Good hubby.
I know how to stay married.
Good hubby.
And it was absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's she's taking good care of it, and she wears it well. Thank you, Rod Stewart.
I've bought my wife so much jewelry over the years that I've forgotten which pieces I've bought for her. And she'll wear something. Oh, that's nice. When did you get that? She's like, you gave that to me like almost 20 years ago.
Well, no wonder I don't remember it. It was 20 years ago. Sergeant Pepper is younger than that.
Then she'll wear something else. Next time we have to dress, get fancied up, she'll wear something else. Oh, that's nice. When did you buy that? You got that for our anniversary like 5 years ago. I did. She's like, yeah. Like, well, at least I got good taste.
You married her, didn't you?
This is true. God loved the woman for putting up with my shit for all these years.
Oh, Lord.
Carl's only bought 2 pieces of jewelry for me, my engagement ring and my wedding ring. And I was with him both times because I helped design the engagement ring. And the wedding ring called out for me from a jewelry case as we passed by. And I told him it's a good thing I don't like diamonds.
Help me.
Because there's no way in hell he could have bought me diamonds the size of those topazes.
Oh, Lindsay's got one. She got it. She inherited it from. It was either her mom or her grandma. But I think it's her mom. And it's actually mined diamonds from the 30s or 40s. She took that in to get it repaired because the gold band is really, really thin because her mom and her had wore it constantly, so it's worn really thin because it's good gold, but that shit evaporates when you wear it a lot. And they're going, we've got this electronic scanner to figure out what is real diamonds and what isn't. And they're going freaking haywire over this. And she goes, oh, yeah, well, they're South African mined diamonds. They're natural. They're not artificial. They're not not even close to being cubic zirconium. And they're going, and he works in a factory? And you got had to explain it was inherited.
One of the first pieces I bought for my wife was a little ring. It had like little heart shaped, not a ruby, but it was a red gem of some kind. And
garnet, probably.
And I caught it on sale at Kohl's. It was they were doing like a midnight Black Friday thing, and I went in, saw that it was normally like $130, and they had it marked down to like 25 or something. Yeah,
that's amazing.
And so I picked that up for her and made sure I took the tag off the bottom of the ring holder, took the tag out that was next to the ring, took the tag off the ring. Who in their right goddamn mind puts a fucking price tag underneath the foam? Because she doesn't want expensive jewelry. And I went through, did all that. I give her the ring. She opens it up. Oh, it's so pretty, blah, blah, blah. Goes to pull it out. The foam comes up with it, and she sees the original price tag underneath. And she looks at me, and I'm sitting there going, well, do I say that it was $130, or should I tell her that I got one hell of a deal? I chose life and went with, it was on sale for $25, honey.
Yeah.
Baby, it was on sale. I had to buy it. Otherwise, somebody else would have got it. I couldn't let anybody else on earth have this. And now you know why I've been married for so damn long.
Yeah, it was just one of those. It was that point of, do I lie or do I sound like a cheap ass and tell the truth?
Compromise.
Okay, apparently we're backing up again. Great. I thought we were all pulling forward.
Well, I was in traffic this morning on my way to work that I thought I was going forward, but if I was going any slower, I'd have to switch to reverse. Oh, Emily is back.
I told you I'd be back. I don't know if I'm in private chat.
Hiya, cutie. We were just talking about jewelry, actually. Not for any particular reason, but just kind of going, yeah, we bought our wives some special stuff.
Do you guys have any piercings yourselves or anything?
Piercings?
Yeah, like with jewelry. I think of earrings and stuff when people say jewelry.
I got 2 titanium screws in my left knee.
Hi, Emily.
People tell me I have a screw loose.
My youngest wants to get their ears pierced again. Eventually, they want to get snake bites. I'm like, you can pay for that when you're 18. I'm not giving someone.
Yeah, I got my doubles, and then during the pandemic, me and my mom did the industrial. Like, we did it in the bathroom. She's an RN nurse, so I trust her.
Yeah, Lindsay's got
RN
several
nurse and a few
piercings for
YouTube
her
videos.
earrings, but nowhere else. I don't have any tattoos. I don't have any piercings. I'm not a very manly man. Apparently.
When
I only have the one.
pierced, I might.
Oh, I have this, and then I have my underbrush chandelier.
Well, we're not going to ask you to show that off, dear.
No, I want to. I paid enough for this piece. I will show it off. It's gorgeous. It's the Garnier chandelier from Phantom of the Opera. It was.
Oh my!
For a minute there, I thought you were
I
going
paid
to
a
get
lot
us arrested,
to get that
but
done. No. No, I paid too much for that piece not to show it off. I will show that off because I paid too much for that. Not too much, but I paid a pretty penny in that, and it turned out really fucking fantastic. So I love that piece.
It did. That's beautiful.
I don't have any tattoos. I've got lots of expensive scars. I'm clumsy.
I have the one tattoo. It's
the devil
3
let us
interlock
run with
circles.
Oh, I like that.
I chose it when I decided to go down the pagan pathway to become a Norse pagan. That was my commitment.
I love that. Are you still pagan to this day?
Oh yes.
I love that.
Yes.
I'd love to talk to you later, like DM you privately.
But we were talking about rings earlier. This is the ring that I bought from from Lindsay.
Oh, yeah.
This is my engagement ring. It's a dark blue topaz.
Nice.
That's gorgeous.
The two actually go together rather well.
Yeah, like I told him, it's a good thing. There's no way he could have afforded a diamond that size, especially back then. It does have two small diamonds on each side. And then walking through J.C. Penney of all places. This ring was in calling my name. They're light blue topazes, and they are real topazes. And I asked him if I could have that for my wedding ring, and he said yes. So I have because topazes, we were both born in November. We got married on my birthday.
Yes.
I was thinking of getting the golden one, but when
Golden topaz, yeah. You're a Scorpio.
yeah,
Yeah. Topaz is our birthstone.
yeah.
And I do mean our.
But when I
This used
saw
to-
the blue, I'm like, can I go with the blue instead of the gold? Because I've already
It
got.
looks really gorgeous on the gold. Honestly, I love it.
I have a smoky topaz. I have the golden topaz in another ring. So I'm like, let's expand out a little bit. I usually wear rings on all my fingers, but most of them were bought after my accident and after I gained so much weight with the stupid steroids. And I was talking one night, and I talk with my hands, and about 3 of them flew off. Fortunately, they stayed
Oh,
on the
shit.
table in the bar. But until I'm finished losing the weight, I don't want to resize them just yet.
Not until you have a final size to aim for.
Because I don't have
Oh,
that. When
I
I talk
have
to my
one of
aunt, I
yeah.
have lost my wedding ring. Well, it's been found every single time. This is my original wedding ring. But I was at work, I was talking and talking with my hands, and all of a sudden I hear ping as it flies and hits a wall like 20 feet down the hallway. And I'm like, it's not on my finger.
Yeah.
Luckily, we found it.
let me tell you a little story here. There's a very cute couple that I watch on some of the boat videos from England, and the couple had custom made each other's wedding rings. And the husband is working on the boat doing something, and he just kind of he's on the boat on the water in a canal, waves his hand, and his wedding ring flies off. It is custom made wedding ring his wife designed, flies off and goes into the canal.
The
They
funeral
get
was the next week.
nope. They get he and the guy he was working on the boat with get a metal detector. It's a kind of a wand style
Mhm.
metal detector, and they start poking around underneath the boat in the canal, very carefully, not moving the damn boat,
Holy
and
yeah.
hunting for the wedding ring. And he goes, "Oh, we're right on top of it. We can't find it. We're right on top of it. It's right there." Pulls the barge pole with the metal detector duct tape to it out of the mud, which is about 2 feet deep. The wedding ring is stuck on the metal detector where he jammed it right through. Nailed it, but it took about an hour, maybe 2 hours
To
of
figure it
searching,
out.
of
Mhm.
searching to
nailed it.
find it. Yeah, They were so close. They were so close. They were right on top
You
of
were
it.
literally on the nose. Like,
Yep.
Oh.
And his wife eventually forgave him. I don't know why, but
Because he found it.
well, no, I don't know why she was blaming him because he lost it. I mean, she's not feeding him enough. He's not fed enough to keep his rings from coming off.
Yeah. I have some sizers like Richie had on his, but they make the rings a little too tight.
And
So I haven't.
all of this is making me look forward to when I finally retire. I can actually wear my wedding ring again because it's
So
pretty. I
with
love it.
that thick ass spacer,
Mhm.
for a while I was still losing my ring even with that spacer. Um, but thankfully I got over that issue because I was dropping weight way too fast because of not being able to keep things down. So thankfully
I
I'm
feel
back up to the
that.
point where that spacer will keep. Yeah, you never realize how much B12 really affects your life. I thought all these people always complain about, oh, I know, I need to go get my B12 and stuff like that. They're like, whatever. Yeah, apparently it can be a life-threatening issue.
Oh
Mhm.
Lord, yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the people bitching that they need their B12 just need extra energy or want extra energy. But apparently it also um, helps take care of the sheath around your nerve so that your nerves aren't shorting out like a electrical wire that's had part of the insulation cut away.
Yeah, that's called polio. Um,
It's
in
also
extreme
diabetic
cases.
neuropathy.
Yeah. Um, oh well, that reminds me, just out of left field entirely. There is a form of polio that pigs get, and apparently it's really serious. And a guy I went to high school with, trombone player in the marching band, went to University of Georgia. This was actually the thing that he was studying the most, and wound up becoming the leader of a team that found a cure for the swine version of polio.
Porcine polio.
Yeah. And he's like, okay, I did a thing. And I'm going, dude, congratulations, you did a thing. Uh, I couldn't brag about myself that way until I sold my first book. But here's this guy who went to be a scientist. And I knew him as a trombone player who was slightly annoying and had a sense of humor that would fit in really well here nowadays, but back then it was just slightly annoying. Uh, like I was back then, I was more than slightly annoying, but
Not saying a word.
I'm slightly annoying now. Well, I'm more than slightly annoying now. I'm very annoying now, but I work at it. I want to become extremely annoying. Uh,
Where
Wrong
is my
button.
trombone?
where is that trombone? Same place
No,
my French horn is in the barn.
it might be in the storage unit, or when we were moving, I might have just said screw it and donated it to Goodwill. I mean,
I
I
once
haven't touched the thing in damn near 40 years, so
I once bought a French horn off of a college roommate. Not a college roommate. She was in college. I was a roommate. We were sharing a house with like 6 other people. She needed the money, and she had a French horn, and I used to play French horn in a marching band. So I bought her a French horn just to help her out. And I'm going, why the fuck did I do that? I'm not going to be in a marching band anytime for the rest of my freaking life. Why did I buy a French horn? I mean, yeah, it's fun, but not going fox hunting anytime in the rest of my life, and I'm not going to be a marching band. So, I plead that I was being um, kind and helping somebody out of a financial difficulty. And now I've got a French horn I don't have anything to do in need of. So uh, I really ought to take it to a pawn shop or something, but it's in the barn. It would take probably a major excavation to find it again. It's in the part of the barn. I open the door, I look in and go, not today, Satan, and close the door.
Not today, Satan. Close that door. You go, no.
No. It's gonna take a major archaeological expedition for me to find my gasoline powered chainsaw again, because it's in the back of that barn. Exactly. Oh,
Rich, you really, honestly, thank you for saying what you did earlier, because you had me come to a super mind blowing conclusion for me, because I actually have a vitamin B12 deficiency because I have celiac disease, and so I don't get enough B12 because I don't eat wheat or anything like that or malted barley, and I also have cyclic vomiting, and I'm looking up vitamin B12 deficiency, and it says deficiency can cause nausea, vomiting, and a loss of appetite, and that's just that explains a lot more. Thank you.
And if it goes too far, you can just randomly start falling. Apparently, that's what happened to me back in 2020. Middle of the year of 2020, started getting back on my diabetic meds. Metformin either blocks or
I was on metformin myself
with your B12.
I didn't know it
go.
did anything to your B12. I had no idea it did anything with your B12.
I also had a gastric bypass, which lessens my ability to make intrinsic factor, which helps your body absorb B12.
I have gastroparesis, so mine just doesn't work.
And then I just started randomly falling. It scared the hell out of my youngest.
Oh, shit.
I've taken them to a doctor's visit, step off the bottom step. I'm actually standing on solid ground and just...
The metformin made me hypoglycemic. I would bottom out and pass out. My sugar would bottom out.
Y'all might want to invest in a few bottles of Joe Dog's absolutely perfectly good, useful hangover remedy, which is mega doses of B12 in the little red bottles at the convenience stores.
The little drops of the droplets.
No, it's about ounce and a half in each bottle.
Okay, I stopped B12, and y'all gonna laugh, but I stopped B12 because it was making me constipated when I was taking it.
No, I'm not gonna laugh. That can happen.
I didn't find it helping.
No,
because of my body, I have to have it injected because of the ability, lack of the ability to absorb it because of low intrinsic factor in my digestive tract.
Okay.
Yep, there are always complications. No, Joe Dog turned me onto this stuff at one of the conventions. He goes, "Hey, drink the contents of this little red bottle and 2 glasses of water before you ever have any alcohol.
Me.
And you won't have a hangover the next day." And
I don't drink
works.
alcohol, or I technically do because I grew up Catholic, and if I don't, that's a sin. So I do on Saturday nights. But
hey, in my case, every day's a Sunday then.
That's one good thing about being a Viking.
I grew up Catholic. I'm not. My mom's Catholic, so if you go at my mom, I'll be like, she's Catholic, but anyone else. I'm like, fuck Catholics. Like, it's a cult. Like,
Isn't
Mhm.
everything?
Mhm.
well, religions themselves are. She disagrees with me on that factor.
Really?
Well, I'm gonna go run down the hall. You're gonna be unsupervised. Y'all behave.
Just, oh, wait, no.
Why start now?
My mom's father and his father disowned his brother because he switched over to Catholicism and married a Catholic girl. My family on that side is Irish Protestant. So Catholicism is.
No.
So I'm like, wow, with as many Catholic friends as I have, my grandfather is probably rolling over in his grave.
Oh my! I have a lot of ancestors who are rolling because of me, because I am a mutt of things. Donna, do you practice like Nordic paganism, or what more do you
Yes.
focus on? Deities? It interests me a lot. We can talk about it off camp or like in DMs if you want, but if you're comfortable talking it on camera.
Oh, I'm very comfortable with it.
Okay.
Yes, I follow the Nordic gods of my ancestors. I have Norse blood, Scandinavian blood. It it started a few years ago. A friend of mine was exploring it, and I'm like, at that time I didn't know my ancestry. I thought I was German and English, and I'm like, I can't be a Viking. Oh yeah, there were German Vikings. So I'm like, okay. So I got into the religion and following basically the what we call the nine noble values.
Yeah.
Because we don't need no 10 commandments, do we, Rich?
We don't need no badges. We don't need no 10 commandments.
The
Yeah.
religions of the world, all of them follow basically the same one tenet. That's just the Ten Commandments is basically one tenet stated 10 different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And it all boils down to don't be a dick.
Basically.
Don't be a dick, and it's written by man, but it's translated from God or whoever, Allah, whoever you, whatever.
Well, yeah, exactly. But I mean, the basic tenets are all basically do no harm. I mean, even if you're going with, yeah,
don't be a dick. Literally, don't be a dick.
I hate to say the vanilla Wiccanism. Their basic tenet is all the good you do will be revisited upon you 3 times. All the evil you do will be revisited on you 1,000 times. So, yeah, and again, don't be a dick.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that.
Don't kill. Don't steal. Don't try to fuck your neighbor's wife.
Don't fucking rape. I don't think I'd have to put that one down on paper for you.
Basically, our 9 noble values are trying to better yourself. Hospitality, which I learned from my mother. If you ever leave my house hungry or thirsty, it's your fault.
That's your own fault, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's your own damn fault. Take a drink for the road.
Work, do your work basically. Persevere. The one that I have the most trouble with is discipline. I'm not disciplined at all, and I try to work at that, but I fail miserably. So,
like disciplined in mind, or disciplined like in spirit, or
all of it.
All of it?
All of it, yeah.
Self-control.
Sorry, all this
willpower.
curiouses me. Oh,
Yeah.
self-control. Okay.
Well, you know,
I practice. my
I could probably, if I was as good as Amy, I could probably lose the weight as fast as she can, but I'm not disciplined enough. You know,
self-
I want that muffin every Sunday morning, and ooh, banana bread. Yeah, I'm having some of that. I just the discipline's not there. Writing, I should sit down and write every day, is what I'm told. I don't think I've written anything in about 6 months now, maybe more. Um, Exercise every day. I've got a thing on my watch that every 30 minutes it goes, get up and move. And 9 times out of 10, I said, I don't feel like it. And I should. You know, I'm not good at that. I work on it. That's the
we
main
all have
thing.
things. We all have personal
Yeah.
values in our life
Yeah.
we work on. Then that's all we can do is work on them and be a better person and not be a dick. So, I enjoy that.
But yeah, honor the ancestors. 21st of December, I will be sitting up all night with my version of the Yule log. It's an electric candle because I have cats and have to go pee once in a while.
We always make a cake. Legal cake.
Yeah. And then in the morning, reading the Four Corners, and the rest of you people can thank me for having brought the light back into the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll be sharing the 12 days of Christmas. I do that every year
That's awesome.
on Facebook. Yeah. My my brother finally got baptized. Well, when my mom was in the nursing home, and I had already showed my mom my tattoo and told her what was going on. And after Dave got baptized, she turned to me with these big blue eyes and said, "Well, that's 2 out of 3. I would have kind of liked to had all my children be baptized." And I looked at her and I said, "Well, like Meatloaf said, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Ain't happening, Mom. Ain't happening, Mom."
Yeah, no, you do you. Always.
Hey, Carrie.
Hi.
Hey, Kiri.
Sorry
Well-
about the wait, Carrie. I was down the hall involved in some
Yeah, the
serious
only one
paperwork.
that could bring you in.
Yeah,
Understandable.
Joe Dog's got 3 assistants. I don't have any. So
Oh, I'd like to assist you. Oh, never mind. And being pagan comes in really handy sometimes. When my mom was in the hospital before she went into the nursing home, she had very sensitive skin. And in fact, sometimes if you even touched it, it would slaw off. And I came in one day and my brother and sister-in-law was there, and they were standing out in the hallway, and I'm like, what's going, why are you out here? And they said they were waiting for the nursing supervisor because they had a complaint against the nurse. Mom told them evidently this nurse just would grab her and move her around, and okay. Mind if I stand around?
Her or grab her?
Just grab her like this and pull her like that.
Okay.
So I waited with them, and the supervisor came, and they voiced their complaint, and the supervisor said, "Well, I'll see what I can do about it." And Dave and Janice went, well, thank you, and went in to see Mom. And I said, excuse me a minute. You see those two people
No,
that just went in that room? They're Christians. They just took care of this the way they would take care of it.
Christians take care of it, yeah.
I'm a pagan. And if I ever see that nurse grab my mother like that, she's going out the window whether it's open or not. And I think the woman believed me because that nurse got transferred that same day.
Yep.
And you could have had an addendum to that, whether or not her head is still attached.
I wouldn't have wanted to get any blood on my mommy.
This is Joe Dog's little miracle hangover cure, but it's B12 10,000% of the daily recommended dose.
Wow.
And it works.
I need a vat of that.
It works to prevent hangovers. It really does. If you're careful, hydrate a bit first before you ever start drinking. And as everyone knows,
First.
I may not be an alcoholic, but I do enjoy living in a liquid medium.
Currently, B12 detoxifies the body by converting the acetaldehyde into harmless carbon dioxide and water. I don't know why
explains why you got to piss so much after you drink it. Yeah. Well, that and the beer.
That means if I drink 2 glasses of water and have one of those things, that I could have that whole quart of white chocolate covered strawberry cream moonshine, right?
Exactly. That's exactly what we're saying.
You would still be shit-faced drunk, but you wouldn't have a hangover the next morning when you woke up.
I didn't have a hangover anyway.
Yeah, I found out the best way to prevent hangovers is just don't sleep.
I, as shit-faced as I got that day, did not have a hangover. The Kraken and whatever.
Oh, the coffee Kraken and the rum chata?
And the rum chata incident, I was even more shit-faced. But the only reason I had a headache the next day was because I'd hit it on the door in the middle of the night.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'd have a headache too.
Blame that on the cat. Carl didn't do it. You slept in the wrong bed. That's what it was.
Yeah, but he didn't want me going over the banister when I got up in the middle of the night.
Understandable.
Since the banister doesn't even reach my hip, because it's very short. Of course, people were shorter back in 1927. But yeah, I hit the edge of that bed, and I bounced back about. I was in the middle of the bed when I kind of sat up again and went, "What the fuck?"
You ran into an aperture.
What the hell is the door doing there?
I don't know.
We're not here to ask the questions.
These are one of those deep philosophical questions that cannot be answered by mortal man. Like, did I really say that? Or, oh God, did I say that out loud? Or, did I really drink that entire bottle of Statesman bourbon last night? No,
not all of it.
No, I've still got some left. Actually.
Well, we had 3 bottles of it down there?
Yeah, and I don't think Chris has ever got opened. I don't think mine got opened until after we got
I,
home. We were drinking Carl's.
yeah, that was okay because he didn't want to bring any of it back, and we didn't bring any of it back.
Hey,
You get it driving
that's
wise.
that's just going to slow the van down on the way home.
Yep.
Extra weight. Oh, Lindsay was so cute tonight. She goes, I didn't want to remind you that it was Thursday and I wanted a bottle of wine. I was hoping you would remember. And I went, oh, fuck. I drove home as fast as I could get here. I didn't remember about stopping anywhere for anything. And she goes, would you mind if I took a little bit of the Irish mist and some half and half and made kind of a imitation Bailey's Irish cream? And I go, hell no, honey. Go for it. That sounds
Do it.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Sounds
If
good.
it weren't for the fact I've been drinking beer since I got home, I'd join you. That sounds great. And she's going, oh,
Good.
but
You're as bad as Ted and the no ice cream.
no, she's never gotten over the fact that I told her how much the liquor that she drank to keep from drinking my beer when we first got married
Hmm.
actually cost.
Mm.
Um, she remembers now because I made the mistake of telling her one time when she actually asked, and I should have said, oh, I don't know, I don't know, $20.
Drunk.
But no, she drank $3,000 worth of liquor to keep from drinking $12 worth of beer. Yeah, she's been embarrassed about that
Wait,
ever
that
since.
math does not add up on any occasion.
I had a full bar of collector sort of stuff. And in order to keep
Ooh,
from drinking
fancy
my beer,
smancy.
she would drink that instead. And I'm going, honey, that that bottle cost $35. The beer only costs 12. Um,
Can
well,
we not?
nowadays she only drinks wine, and it's not very expensive wine, but it is very good. Um,
Yeah.
and I should have went and got her some more today, or at least another bottle of gin, which is even cheaper than the wine. But it didn't occur to me that Thursday is the day she's got to where Friday she doesn't have to worry about going to do something because the church ladies keep her busy all frickin' week. And after dealing with them, she needs a drink when she gets home.
Not bad.
I would.
I would too. Fuck.
Uh, um, she goes to the church that I used to go to as a child. Um, she she actually got baptized there, um, which is not something that's common in Church of England, which is what she grew up with. Usually, you get a little sprinkling or something like. I think that's the thing that the Methodists do, but full baptism is not something that she grew up with. It's not her traditions for her um, family's religion. And her dad was a curate for a church. I mean,
Don't they do like a christening instead?
yeah, like I said, you get the baby gets christened later on. You get maybe a little sprinkle of holy water or something instead of a full immersion baptism. And she she wanted to go through the whole ceremony, and mom goes to the same church. Um, it's just I was a kid in that church. and I saw it was a fashion show and a hotbed for racism and a lot of other things that don't belong in a church. So I quit going there.
Understandable.
Well, there were a lot of good people there. There were a lot of people that were of questionable morals there as well.
Usually that's how it goes. Um, my oldest brother got baptized with his wife back when they were about 20, I think. They'd only been married a year or two, and they asked our minister to do it, but they wanted to do it in the river.
Very traditional.
So pastor didn't want to get his clothes wet, so he bought a pair of waders. He got a pair of waders, came clear up over his waist, and he put those on and waded out. And he did the both of them at the same time. I mean, uh, Pastor Batley was probably about as big as Rich there, and he had both of them on one arm. Did the dunk down, and all the time the water was going in through the hole in his waders. And by the time it was over, he had to be helped out of the river because his waders were full of water.
He was wearing a water balloon from his waist to his heels. Yeah.
Oh,
Believe me, down here there wouldn't be any difference whatsoever, except the preacher would probably have a fishing pole in one hand while he's ducking the couple with the other. Oh wow! I got a catfish. Y'all stand up, otherwise you're gonna drown. I gotta reel this one in. He's a real fighter. Oh, I tell you, there's no particular branch of religion like Southern Baptists. They're just like,
Lord.
oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
There are so many unwritten, unofficial
Laws.
rules and so many traditions. Like, okay, we're gonna have a church social. We don't want 75 different varieties of potato salad, so somebody's gonna have to go to KFC and get some chicken.
oh, now you're gonna have me believe that the Southern Baptist women didn't make
it.
Southern fried chicken.
They do. Do not ever touch their iced tea.
They're sweet tea usually.
That will put you in a coma. There's like a 55-gallon drum of sugar in every gallon of sweet tea.
Oh yeah.
Oh my.
Very much so.
And what's worse is the ones that use the artificial sweeteners.
No, that's not real.
Because
That's not
they put just as much artificial sweeteners in there as it would have been if it was real sugar. And
That stuff's nasty.
That's got a whang to it worse than any liquor I've ever had.
Yeah. Especially when there's that much, that taste just overpowers anything.
Oh God, yes.
Everything.
You could go into some kind of shock there from that. Yeah, there's plenty of fried chicken. There's an infinite variety of potato salad because evidently every little old lady specializes in their own particular variation of potato salad.
My mama puts bacon in hers.
I've seen that before.
My family has like excuse me, 3 different varieties. One of them is almost like mashed potatoes with the mustard dressing. And one is great big huge chunks of potatoes and some partly mashed and something a little bit sweeter than the mustard dressing, but it's close. And I grew up with my mom's version, which was, hey, it's mustard, it's potato salad, it's got pickles, it's got onions, it's got olives, it's got whatever I want to put in it that day, deal. And I'm going, yes, ma'am, this is good.
Now up
And
here, it's chicken and noodles
chicken and noodles, yes.
that you'll
And
have 2 or 3 or 4 different women bringing it in.
Yeah.
there's always
Or
the
some variety of
Chicken and
macaroni
dumplings.
salad or
yeah,
pasta salad.
hey, macaroni, yeah, mac and cheese. There's several different um, denominations of that, um, and there's always what is it? It's
Oh, and deviled eggs.
Mom's macaroni salad.
oh god,
Yeah.
Deviled eggs.
deviled eggs. Oh yeah.
Oh no,
Jodo,
mine are the best. No, mine are the best. No, mine are the best. Like literally,
Yeah,
the
sit back
fancier
and
they look, the worse they were.
yeah,
sit back and see who's
will y'all
gets
3
eaten
women shut
first.
up? I'm going to empty all these 3 plates, okay? I like deviled eggs.
Mm-hmm.
And Jodo may like pickled eggs. I like deviled eggs, but somebody's always got several varieties of baked beans, whether it's got
Oh yeah, the beans, pork in it, or
rashers of bacon on top, or maybe a little bit of garlic, maybe more onion than another one. And I'm going, if Bush's knew what your recipe was, they'd be buying it. Sweet potatoes covered in marshmallows, roasted in the oven with a little bit of butter drizzled on top. Now that's a sweet drizzle. Oh my goodness. Ribs that you could not expect to get at a restaurant for less than premium prices.
ribs that you probably could never get at a restaurant. Let's be real.
Well, yeah, you could, but they weren't made with love. They were made mass produced, so they weren't quite as.
Well, then they're not the
I mean,
same.
they were
Yeah,
great, but
can't get
you
better.
know, and then
Not like ones at reunions or whatnot, or revivals. Sorry.
yep.
Yeah.
Church socials, family reunions, and revivals. With Baptists, you get the best food. I mean, you are entitled to be picky, but there's not any of it that's bad. Chicken mall. My God, they do that. I'm going, I don't even like watery chicken soup, but I will drink this as if it were Coca-Cola for the next until you run dry. Okay. And Brunswick stew with the traditional recipe. Somebody went out and hunted the animals that got cooked into this Brunswick stew.
Damn.
Yeah. You're talking restaurants don't even do this anymore. There was one, but they got closed out because one of the heirs had a gambling habit, and he had to sell off the entire property as well as the franchise.
That's never fun.
Well, it was either that or somebody named Guido visited him in the middle of the night.
Oh
And,
yeah, and shot him and his whole family. I get that.
well, no, it's
Uh,
more like detached part of his anatomy and shoved it down his
I was
throat.
gonna say you don't get your money if you kill them.
Well, in this case, they weren't going to get their money anyway. So,
Yeah,
as a
we had that.
as a lesson to the next one,
Hmm.
No, usually they go for the family.
We had that happen here. Family business has been in Danville forever, and then Dad got sick and had to step down, and the son who took over wasn't much of a businessman and didn't know how to keep the books, didn't know how to run the accounts, and fortunately Dad died before seeing any of this because yeah, the doors closed and everything, and they had just built a brand new building, beautiful huge building down the street from where their old building was. And yeah, everything had to be sold. And the son slunk out of town. Nobody knows where he went.
we've got one barbecue place down here that had been in the family quite possibly longer than I've been alive.
Hmm.
And it was good barbecue. Um, not this commercial stuff, but really good barbecue. And then COVID happened, and they shut down because nobody could come to the restaurant. Now it has
Right,
reopened
Jimmy?
under a new name, and it is. Good morning, Mike Jimmy.
Morning.
They're still going. I have not been there since they reopened. I hope they've still got the family recipe because oh Lord, that was some good barbecue. There are a lot of other little places that um they're I wouldn't call them a barbecue joint. It's more like a cross between um an Appalachian museum and a barbecue and fish fry place.
Hmm.
We
That's a new one.
well, it, the decor was um
No, that's kind of like the Giant City Lodge. Never mind.
yeah, the decor was they had lots of 1800s farm implements and um if you've ever been in a Cracker Barrel, it's like a tasteful version of that, but with better food because these people have been doing it their entire lives.
Hmm.
It's like the soul food restaurants down here. You get 3 or 4 grandmothers in the kitchen, and they all had their specialties, and they cook for a basically cafeteria type situation.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna get fat.
Yeah,
But you're gonna get
Seriously.
fed.
we had a great barbecue place. They had a main restaurant down in the hood. Well, it was takeout only. There was no sit down. And then they got a food truck. Then they got 2 food trucks, and the whole family was involved in it. And then Dad decided to retire. And he found out that the kids that had been helping him all those years did not want to carry on the family tradition.
Mm.
And so they're gone.
Yeah. There are a lot of times like that, and it's regrettable. But the kids have a right to live their own life
Hmm.
and not have to feel their ancestors' footprints. But
But you wonder, what did they go to because they had was doing this one job all their lives, helping Dad, and then they totally get out of the food business. What's you kind of wonder what skills do they have to go someplace else. I mean, I
well,
wish them well.
yeah. But that kind of family, it could have been a myriad of skills. One of them could have been somebody really dynamite at plumbing, but he was stuck being a short order cook.
Yeah.
Another one might have been somebody who could build a cathedral, a bricklayer, and goes, hey, no, I don't want to cook anymore. I'm going to go into the construction business and build the best damn houses anybody's ever seen.
Oh
And,
Mm,
whatever.
yeah, well, like I
Um,
say, I wish them the best in whatever they went to. I do miss that. We do have a new barbecue place in town though that's taken over his where he used to set up his trucks, and this guy's not too bad. I think we can get used to him. So we got 8 minutes till good night, Gracie.
8 minutes.
yes. Um, um, Lindsay needs Dawn and Donna and Carl's mailing address. Christmas card sort of thing. So if y'all would send that in a private message, I'll get it to her.
Okay.
She wanted me to be sure and say, I'm trying to do this card thing. So and she'll probably add others as she gets to know you. I'm trying to talk. I got her a new headphone so she can use her laptop and come in the green room. She does not want to be on camera. She's very camera shy. And I'm going,
no.
baby, you're beautiful. Don't worry about it. Nobody's going to judge you, especially not there.
Yeah,
Oh, for sure.
Just,
that's
just, just don't laugh out loud when you see the banana hammock.
that's kind of the good thing about the Discord green room. If she doesn't feel like getting on camera, she doesn't have to.
No, no.
Yeah.
And I told her you sometimes just show up with an avatar.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So if she has any questions about that, she can ask you.
yeah, I can help with that too.
If she wants to, yeah. If that's the way she wants to go, or if she just wants to come in voice only and not turn on the camera, but eventually she'll be comfortable enough to where it'll be like, hey, I'm here. Take it or leave it. I don't care.
Then
Um,
again, she could be listening to us and go, "Oh hell, I don't ever want to come back here."
But see, we could scare her off.
uh, she has been reading the posts in the secret humor group, and she's going, I don't believe I'd have said that. But that's my accent. That's not hers. So,
But that's why I say it.
Yeah, that's what the green room is all about. You can do and say and be whatever makes you comfortable. And basically, if you don't have fun, you won't come back
Mm-hmm.
because fun's what it's all about. And actually, that's my philosophy on life. If you're not having fun, you're not going to come back.
Honestly, yeah.
Um,
Yep.
well, whether you believe in reincarnation or not, um, having fun is the only thing that keeps me sane. I don't know about anybody else, but it's the best way to appreciate the infinite diversity we're been presented with and find the humor in the pretentiousness of the stuff that we really don't real want to deal with, but it's there, and to cope with the absolute absurdity that life can be, as well as some of the unfortunate situations that arise just because we're alive. Um,
Mm.
things happen, unfortunate things happen, wonderful things happen, and being able to cope with all of it is just a blessing. Um, and sometimes it's you gotta shift mental gears and go, well, yeah, that's horrible, but if that hadn't happened, this really good thing wouldn't have happened either.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I hate the bad thing, but I love the good thing that it led to. Now I'm getting needlessly
Exactly.
philosophical. Um, thank God I don't have to go to work tomorrow. No more Fridays. Um, I
Yes.
I wised up and I took vacation days for every Friday for the rest of the year. That used up all my vacation days I had left for this year. So Monday through Thursday at work, and then after New Year's Day, I've already got my vacation forms filled out for 2024. January
Hell
2nd, I
yes.
January 2nd, I
You're
walk into
getting
my
the fuck out
supervisor's
of
office and I
there.
go, "Here you go, 26 days vacation." And then I come in February 8th and I go, "Bye. It's been real. Some of it's been fun. Not all of it has been real fun. Y'all don't gotta go out of business because I'm counting on y'all for my retirement money."
Yeah.
Oh, one of the little girls there at work asked me if she actually asked me for permission to throw me a party on the last day, and I'm going, "Honey, that's traditional and all, I know, but most of the folks that I've worked here with for so long are gone, and a lot of the new folks I barely even know. I haven't had time to get to know them yet. Um, if you want to, that's fine, but it's not going to mean anything to them. It'll just mean something to me. Um, but I you don't have to, and you'd be spending your own money. The company's not going to give you any compensation for it. So
Yeah,
if the,
no.
if the
Yeah.
company decides to do something, that's fine. You shouldn't have to be obligated to do anything special for me because I'm just this guy that you only known for a year and a half, 2 years at the most, and other people, when I stop showing up, they're just gonna go. Somebody's not here, and that's it. They won't even know my name. Um,
Yeah.
Most of the old timers like me are already gone. Um, I probably should have stepped out the door last year, but I was determined to get a little closer to my Social Security payout time. So I'll have a couple of months after I leave before I can start drawing that without a penalty. These are the things you worry about when you get old.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Only thing I'm really worried about for our retirement is how much is insurance going to cost me? Because we need health insurance.
Yep.
And I've had almost 50 years of the company providing that for me, even though it was crap. But then again, it's insurance. It's probably all crap. Um,
Oh well. Time to say goodnight, Gracie.
really hate to because unless y'all show up tomorrow night or Saturday night, it may be a little while before I get to see y'all again. And I enjoy your company. And I thank you
I was
all
gonna
for being here.
say also.
Let's see you
Go
tomorrow
ahead and
night in the
say,
green room.
yeah, we seem to be figuring out how to use Discord for the green room. And it seems to be more stable than StreamYard and Facebook put together.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, monkeys fucking a football and a nuclear disaster put together isn't going to get any better. Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, yeah, and I'm probably gonna use that in the story somewhere.
If he remembers it.
That's the caveat that you really need to remember that I won't remember this cometh the dawn. Um, I probably won't remember this by the time I wake
Hey,
up in the morning.
whatever she's doing is on her and Ted.
Oh, oh, okay. Here is an entertainment challenge for all of you. Go on YouTube, look up PDQ Bach, and listen to the entirety of Hansel and Gretel and Ted and Alice. It is a play, and when I discovered this back in the 70s, I like to piss myself laughing. So, have a good time. It's going to be fun. It's funny as all get out. Even nowadays, it should be because there aren't any cultural references to get in the way. Um, unless you don't understand the reference for the title. Um, I'm sorry, softcore porn from the 70s. I can't explain that. Oh, all right, folks. I'm very glad you could join me here tonight. I'm very glad that I could stay awake all night. Um, you, you didn't have to look at the bald spot on the top of my head for the next 6 or 8 hours. And nobody is trying to play nuclear explosions in order to wake myself up to turn the room off. That's the other good thing about Discord. Don't have to turn the room off.
The room's always there.
Yep.
Yep. That's a blessing right there. Yep. Best of luck until the next time I see you again. Love you all, and we will, as soon as I find the damn thing, play the bedtime story.
As Chris would say, go good guys.
See you all.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Hasta la night.
Transmission overload. System will shut down. System will shut down. System will shut down.